Hey, Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I'm joined with none other than Johnny Nelson.
I've not seen you for ages.
It's been a minute.
You left England, went back to America, come back to England again, you're going to go back to America again. You will probably see me in Los Angeles. So if you see me out there and I look lost, just point me in the direction of Michelle, and I'm good. I'm good.
Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle. There's a song there somewhere, I don't know what it is. Michelle. I'll think of it. By the end of it, I'll think of it.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you sharing your sandwich with me. I was starving there, and you helped the girl out. You saw me. I was just
Moses did it. Moses
hurting.
did it with the fish. He did it with the fish.
Well, we just wrapped up the weigh-in. Tony Bellew, Alexander Usyk. Now let's talk a bit about what great shape Tony looked in. Now I know that he's been dieting for a minute now. It's not like he crash dieted. He's been on this journey of becoming fit for this particular fight. But let's talk a bit about it.
Well, for the first time since he left the light heavyweight division, he's now had to watch what he eats, and work for an optimum weight. And I've always thought Tony is a cruiserweight. Even when he was light heavyweight, he's a cruiserweight. He's the same height as me, same dimension as me. He boxed at heavyweight as an amateur. People were asking if this would be a struggle to get down to cruiserweight. No, he just meant he had to discipline himself in what he was eating and look in what great shape he was when he got on the scales. In saying that, you look at Alexander Usyk. Usyk was beneath the weight. He had a massive metal cross on his chest, so that probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 pounds. Most fighters, you strip everything off just to make sure you met the weight. He makes weight very comfortably. So now I don't think the weight is an issue at all in this fight. This is all about skills and experience. Tony Bellew has experience. Usyk clearly has skill, and I mean skill beyond anybody's wildest dreams. This guy thinks he's good, but he doesn't actually realise how good he actually can be. And I saw that in the last couple of fights of his. Tony himself says, if I wasn't boxing him, I'd be a fan of him, because this guy is an ultimate professional. He's very athletic, very strong, naturally has that rhythm and that confidence to go there. And this kid is really, really good. Potentially, I think once if he gets through Saturday night, I think he'll go up and he'll be a force to be reckoned with at heavyweight.
How does each guy win Saturday night? Because I know that Usyk is the obvious favorite here. He is the cruiserweight king at the moment. He's proven to be the best in the division. So how does Tony Bellew win against Alexander Usyk?
Tony's got to understand he's got to do the best he can. Tony's got an underrated jab. Tony can actually box a lot better than what people give him credit for, but he can bang as well. The problem will be if Usyk underestimates Tony Bellew and disrespects him to say this guy's shouldn't even be in here.
Do you think so?
Listen to me. To me, his body language, how he is, he'll play the game, he'll be polite, but I think he looks at Tony to think, you know what, you shouldn't be here with me. I think that's a mistake. Now, when you corner an animal, that's when they do the worst. That's when they do everything to survive. Tony's now in deep. He knows this guy is very special. He's going to be on point. And if Usyk makes one mistake, leaves one opening, Tony's going to try and capitalise on that because he knows this guy is far too dangerous. If Usyk boxes to the best of his ability, he should win. He should win with ease. They both have flaws. They both have openings. I just think Usyk is probably the fresher of the two to make sure it suits him than it does Tony. Tony just has to use speed, use experience, and Usyk just do what he does. Southpaw. I think Tony's boxed 6 southpaws. I think 4 of them have had him down, so that's not a great sign. But Tony's a different animal now. He's moved up in weight. He's a different animal now after the experience that he's gained. So if Usyk thinks like that, thinks this guy is the same fighter he was, that's one mistake. Tony Bellew has to hope this guy makes a mistake, hope this guy underestimates him. I think he is. I think Usyk is looking at Tony Bellew thinking, I don't rate you. He's got to rate him. He's got to look at him and think, he's got to stay on point. If he stays on point, then he'll get the result. Do
you believe when yesterday at the press conference, when asked if Tony Bellew is the toughest opponent he's yet to face, and he said yes?
That was bullshit. Yeah. He was playing a game. And he said it with a smile on his face. Yes. He's being respectful. I didn't believe him. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I didn't believe him. A couple at ringside, when they sat down and said it, they didn't believe him. But he plays the game, and he's played it well. Remember, he's coming to Manchester. He's
But
more or
he's
less
the ultimate road warrior. He's always in someone else's backyard.
and so he knows how to play the game. He doesn't look phased at all. He'll be polite. He'll be respectful. He'll say what has to be said to keep everybody happy. But even when up there on stage, when they were there on stage, he made sure he was the dominant force up there. Tony was trying to talk to him, and under his mask, as they were face to face, didn't say a word. His eyes stayed dead. His eyes stayed dead. Staring at Tony. Tony knows he's in deep.
Yeah.
But all he needs is Usyk to make one mistake. A mistake could be getting involved in a gunslinging match where they're both throwing lefts and rights and they're both in punching range. So that's not about skill, that's about luck, who lands first. Now if Usyk makes that mistake, he's crazy. He's giving a man a chance that shouldn't have one. So Usyk's going to do what he's done. Tony's going to talk him into drawing him in, making a mistake, thinking it's a soft touch.
Tony Bellew has obviously made it clear that this is his last fight. But if he were to win all the titles, do you seriously think he's going to call it a day?
I think for Tony,
I don't believe it. I think he'll be back if he wins this fight.
I think for Tony, if Tony wins, the fight he'll have will be the only fights he'll come up for are super fights, such as Tyson Fury, such as.
So that's no. You don't think he would?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. I'm thinking, no. You got if the right fights, he'll not come back and fight anybody and everybody. He'll come back for the big fights. The big fights. Say that's a special fight. That's a blockbuster. That's a pay-per-view. Otherwise he doesn't need to do it. I know he's saying he ain't gonna box again, and I want to believe him. I'm thinking. You love this game too much.
Yeah.
And he says, we all complain about training camp. We all complain about the things we have to do, but it's what we do. That's all we do. That's all we understand. I think if the right fight's out there for Tony, he'll do it if he wins.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else.